Welcome to the Disney Hour Express podcast. I'm Abby.
And I'm Rob. We are two hopelessly romantic Disney enthusiasts,
Sharing fun stories, secret tips, and family travel experiences.
If you are a Disney newbie, or maybe a season pass holder, we hope you find this information helpful.
We turned our love of Disney into a unique boutique travel agency that books Disney and Universal vacations.
We've got a lot of stories, so cozy on up, choose your favorite drink,
Whether that be a cocktail or a hot chocolate,
and enjoy the Disney Hour Express. Hello and welcome to episode 71 of the Disney Hour Express podcast. I am your normal introductory podcaster, and I am not at all distracted by the looks Abby is giving me. It's not distracting at all. And so we're here. We want to say a kind of a late Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to everyone.
Happy Memorial Day. That's right.
We wanted to get the episode out on time, but it just wasn't going to happen. Work.
Well, we were so busy being on parade floats and hosting family and enjoying the wonderful, humble brag. The wonderful weather, as you should be as well. So I hope you forgive us for the late
wonderful weather. Also humble brag. Yeah, so we're a day late. We're probably $1 short, but we're here. And we're here. We got some tasty margaritas that might be tasty. I haven't gotten a review yet, but we'll see. Oh, she's not saying anything. That's never good.
No, okay. Good. They're great. Right. They're great, darling.
And so since, we are here delivering the goods of the Disney World delivery services. That's what we're here for today. That's right. That's our main topic.
And this is a big deal because we have experienced the bad and the good. So we're going to talk about both, as well as some reviews from others that we have heard have been amazing. Mm-hmm. When you're going to Disney, you can expect to be plopping down a lot of extra money, right? Because you're going to need to feed yourselves. And if you're not on the dining plan, and even if you are on the dining plan, you might want to have some water in your room to bring with you and to have around the resorts and not pay $6 a bottle, or probably more than that now.
No, that's a big thing for me. I am one, like, if I don't have water with me, like by my bedside table, like it causes me anxiety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And, for folks that are traveling around and just need kind of specialized snacks, maybe you are gluten-free, or maybe you have some sugar lows or sugar highs, and you need to have a specific food on hand. These services are for you, or they're for everybody, really.
I need to have snacks that are specialized in that they taste good.
Yes, you do.
They have to be yummy.
Uh-huh.
But I could also not be.
I want to share with you, when I went on a trip with, it was a baby moon that I was having with my first child. And I had it because, another baby was coming along. And so she was about, not yet 2, but I discovered that the snacks that I was normally feeding her at home just weren't available at the Disney resort we were staying at. That trip we were staying at Art of Animation. And so although they would say that there was like a yogurt, it wasn't like the yogurt she was specifically used to. And if they said there was grapes, there was like a little grape package that had like 8 grapes in it, and so this was not enough for even a 2-year-old to survive on. And of course, it's dependent on what's in stock too. If they don't have all those little grape packages, you got to choose something else, and perhaps that's not something that she likes. So if you have kind of a specific diet regime, or your child's picky, you're going to want to use the service. And I want to jump right in here and tell you that I am an ear for each other nut. I know you've heard me talk about it before. It's a Facebook page that has cast members that were furloughed throughout COVID, and then some that were just let go and never came back. Now, Ear for Each Other was created for the cast members who then had other jobs that they wanted to do or created other businesses, right? So perhaps they worked in Bippity Boppity Boutique and were magnificent at doing hair, and then they got laid off during COVID. Then perhaps they wanted to supply hair services through their own business or LLC, right? So Ear for Each Other was all about that. And I went through there and kind of weeded out some of the delivery services and whatnot. And the one that was mentioned over and over and over again, I mean, almost every post was vacation grocery deliveries, and they're right in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
They come so highly rated. There really wasn't any bad ratings about them at all. It was all really good, positive ratings that they go above and completely beyond. And their prices, you can't beat them. They are so awesome and so reasonable. So if you're looking for groceries, baby items, water only deliveries, which they do, gift baskets, treats, alcohol, and more, amazing. They have no minimum amount required for delivery. That right there is so cool, because again, if you want a water delivery, and let's say that water delivery is like, $9.99, but you have to have a $40 minimum plus a service fee, and then whatever delivery fee is tacked on there. Like, that sucks. You're going to be paying $50 for just a case of water.
It is true.
So anyways, no minimum is amazing. And they advertise that they do water only deliveries, and they knew that was a need, so they added it on to their services. So they primarily shop at Publix, which is, if you've never been to a Publix, it's almost like an adventure within itself. They're usually really nice stores, and they're like full service. They even have a large deli and a bakery, so very great store. And the best part about it is for Disney resorts, most of the orders that you want shopped are delivered the day prior to what you book with them. So don't book it early. Don't book it for the day prior, because then it would come 2 days prior, right? So let's say you're booking for the 14th. They usually try their best to drop off on the day prior, which would be the 13th, right? So that when you get into your resort, there's no waiting for the goods that you want. And if you've ever gotten a delivery at Disney, you know that they have fridges in the back that they keep your belongings in, and all your foods are put together with the tickets on them. So we've had great experiences with this. So anyways, it's great to know that you could come right into your Disney resort and just pick up your stuff at over at the bellhop services usually, right?
Yeah, Bell Services is where you get them. Yep. And like I said, they'll store perishables there in refrigerators, and then they keep the other stuff.
And you don't need to be present, which is pretty cool. If you were in a non-Disney resort property, you do need to be present, and they'll have like a time range in which you need to be present for it.
Yes.
Again, no price markups for this, but just with vacation grocery deliveries, you will discover that other delivery services have astronomical price ups because they figure you're in need. And you're going to pay whatever you're going to pay. So
the same thing at the gift shops, right? The gift shops in there are just everything's priced more. Yeah. A bottle of water's
the bottles of water is at the gift shops
$6-7, and where normally
I really feel like it's even more than that. I can't quite remember, but I feel like I saw a $9 one at some point for one bottle, and I was like, no,
because you drink the fancy Evian.
Untrue.
Right.
So they also guarantee with their services that you're going to pay less than any other regional service. They do recommend reserving your delivery by booking with the bulk of your order at least 2 to 3 weeks before your arrival. And what does that mean, the bulk of the order? That means that most of the things you're going to get, if you need to add on stuff, you can. You can definitely reach out to them and add on things, but 2 to 3 weeks before your arrival. The delivery fee is $25, and then there's a 5% service fee. So a $20 authorization is charged at checkout as a refundable deposit. Alcohol orders include a $10 handling fee, an additional $5 5% service charge. So again, I told you this was made by cast members who, either had to leave during COVID, were furloughed, or laid off.
Yeah.
The cast members are Landon and Jesse. They are former Disney Parks and Disney Cruise Line performers turned small business owners. They've brought on more to their team, but they were the ones who started this. And amazing reviews. I reached out to them just on a whim to be like, hey, is there anything you want to tell us about the vacation grocery deliveries? And they're like super sweet. They're like, hey, we work with all sorts of people that have been laid off during the pandemic. Other cast members, ones that provide the Mickey Mouse Rice Krispie treats, which we love, or even the charcuterie boxes or breakfast boxes, which I'm going to talk about in the next little bit about how those are really popular right now, breakfast boxes, because we're always on the go. So we'll talk more about that. They work with a lot of other cast members that do that. But then additionally, without me even asking, they're like, hey, we want to give you this little coupon for anybody who listens to the Disney Hour Express, a little $5 off of your order. And the coupon code is Disney Hour Express. And I thought that was so sweet. I was like, no way. And I just reached out to them today on a holiday, on Memorial Day, and they got right back to me. And it was so funny because I had an old lady moment. I'm not that old, but I had an old lady moment where I clicked send before I meant to. So the only first message that went through was hi.
Oh,
and who replies to hi? Well, but they did. They were like, hi.
Oh, yes. Usually when you see those, it's straight up. It's a straight up bot.
Yeah. So usually when you just see the hi come through, you're like, nope, no, thank you. But they respond, and I was like, okay, thank you.
Well, but see, that's good customer service right there. Right?
Wonderful on Memorial Day, nonetheless. So I was really pleased. They seem super sweet. So again, if you're going to be ordering this summer, we do have a lot of clients and a lot of listeners that are going this summer. Use code Disney Hour Express I believe it's at your checkout, and get $5 off.
And where do we find folks at?
So you can go right. They've got a phone number, 407-630-7793, or you can email them at info@vacationgrocerydelivery.com. They've got their Facebook page, which is also Vacation Grocery Delivery, or you can go to their website, Vacation Grocery Delivery FL, as in Florida.com. So Vacation Grocery Delivery.
That would be the.
That's where you do the shopping.
That's where you do the shopping. All the other things is if you're looking for more information.
Yep.
Right?
True.
Because that's what most people. Yeah, we want to make sure you're going through their website. You don't have to call and place an order with them.
That's true. So if you have any questions like gluten-free specific stuff, or if you're looking for a specific box, maybe you need to email them.
I'm on their website right now, and I'm just looking, and they have categories for everything. They have a gluten-free category, and they have all that stuff here, popular products, and
it's just like shopping through your Instacart, really. But it's almost a little bit more fancy.
Later.
So anyways,
vacationgrocerydeliveryfl.com.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
So anyways, there we go.
And we're going to put all the links. They'll be in our description of our episode. So you guys might actually have to read it if you want to find out what it is.
So another highly recommended service, which we talked about, those breakfast boxes and how they're really big. What are they? It's just a box of food, probably croissants, bagels, anything that you request in there. Or sometimes they're sometimes they're customizable, sometimes they're prearranged, and you'd pick those boxes. So one highly recommended company was Two Chef Mission. They're located in Castleberry, Florida. They are Orlando area personal chefs. So these guys do much more than the breakfast boxes, but they are known for it. You can go to twochefmission.com. Or you can email them at twochefmission@gmail.com. Sorry, I'm getting a little lost in my own notes here. So the classic box includes mouse-shaped waffles with syrup, muffins, croissants, fruit cups, and cinnamon rolls. So if you're looking for a small, which actually serves 1 to 4 people, it's about $60. You're looking for a medium that serves 5 to 8 people, you're looking at $120, and a large serves 9 to 12, it's $180. So there's a lot of room for customization. They advertise allergy friendly boxes. They have way more than what I'm announcing here. I mean, they've got parfaits, beignets, bagels. It looks really good, and it makes me really excited. So anyways.
And so this is something where it's like a, you're looking for something a little bit below just running out to the grocery store, but not exactly, you're not going to Ohana.
Exactly. Exactly. This is like pre-prepared good. Let me say that in big asterisks, good food
fresh
that you
food.
can have in your room. It's not like you're getting a frozen bagel or anything like that. It's fresh products that are good for your body, good for you, yummy.
Good for your soul.
I mean, I don't know about the chocolate beignet if that's good for your body, but it certainly sounds perfect to me. So, great reviews. Their phone number is 407-923-2135. But again, it's 2chefmission.com.
Got it.
The last one that I'm going to bring up before Rob jumps into his stuff.
I don't have anything.
Oh, well. Is this one it pops up on my feed all the time, and people have used them continuously, and I had to look up way more information because I was a little confused, but these Cakesicles, this is custom design cake delights, and Cakesicles are kind of what you would think they are. So think of like a cake pop that's in like a circular bar. Well, a Cakesicle is like a cake that looks like a popsicle. It's really cute.
I like that.
Yeah. And so it's from a baker and an artist, former restaurant manager at Walt Disney World. And any holiday you can think of, she does a Cakesicle design for it. So like Star Wars Day, May the 4th be with you. She had a whole theme of Star Wars Cakesicles. She does a lot of like classic Cinderella Castle Cakesicles. She does Mother's Day. I'm sure she's doing Father's Day. They're very cute, very nice design.
I heard the Father's Day Cakesicles are just it's a note that comes in a box that says, kids, you don't need these. You don't need pops. You don't need Cakesicles.
No, you know what I would say is like, I licked everyone and then put it back just so they wouldn't eat it, right? That's a total dad thing to do.
Anyway.
So anyways, again, so with the Cakesicle, it's dipped in your choice of decadent white or milk chocolate and then beautifully decorated with your design of choice. She books about 1 to 2 months in advance. So let's say you're going for a special birthday or an anniversary or something like that. You want to make sure you pre-plan. If you're doing something bigger like a reception or a wedding, you guys should see the look that Rob is giving me right now. He's like, what are you saying? If you're going for a reception, like a wedding reception or something like that, you need to give her 3 to 4 months in advance because these are a little bit bigger orders.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what the opportunity to get a Cakesicle delivery to my room would be.
For you specifically?
Yeah, just in general. Just I'm trying to think like what the event would be. It seems like it's the less likely of the others. You know, the others are groceries, but it's.
Well, you wouldn't want a Cakesicle for your birthday or for
I'm
your kid's birthday?
I'm going to be in the parks.
True, but I guess you would. I still think it's a good idea. I do. What if you're hanging out of the pool? I don't know. They deliver to your front desk of your resort, and the front desk will hang on to it for you like they do most orders, and Dee will email you to notify you that your order has been delivered. So just a little something, something.
Okay.
Right?
Abby loves a Cakesicle.
I do.
She will have them.
What you got for us, babe?
So then I was talking, Abby was looking at one, like you said, the ear for each other and stuff. And then I kind of handled a little bit wider known, that maybe have been around longer services. Not to say that any of them, like that our friends over at Vacation Grocer, Grocery,
Vacation grocery deliveries.
Yeah, aren't up to par with the rest of them, and they probably
absolutely are,
they're working. Sometimes it's the smaller guy, the newer guy that's working a little harder for your business. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So the staples that are around are more. There's the first one is the Disney Dolphin delivery service. And it's, again, a similar setup.
Mm-hmm. But it's called Dizzy, right? Not Disney.
I'm sorry. I said, Dizzy Dolphin Delivery Service. Dizzy. And, another grocery delivery service. Handles all your Central Florida hotel and resort area stuff. It was founded by Disney Vacation Club members.
Interesting.
And they wanted to provide convenience and ease for vacationers. So, the DVCs, they know what you need.
Mm-hmm. That's true. They do. They spend a lot of time there.
And it's the same sort of thing. It's it's all done through their website, and it is, they have, one of the things that and Abby mentioned here was that there's different pricing, right, for everything.
Yeah.
Some places add on, the prices are higher just for the individual items.
Yeah.
And then other places they don't charge for that, but there's a higher delivery fee, and there's a minimum that you have to meet, and all these things. So that was kind of something that we were paying attention to over at Disney Dolphin. They do have a delivery fee. It's $14 fee for orders under $250, waived for orders above $250. Minimum order is $50.
Okay.
They do ask that deliveries are made 7 days in advance, but the deliveries are made 7 days a week, but they ask that you place your order 7 days in advance.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's a good one. And you can do specific dietary needs, right?
Yes, they have all that stuff, vegan, kosher, so on and so forth. And that was one where they said that the pricing itself, the prices of the individual items was not, there was not a surcharge on them. So just something to note. The next one up is one that probably more people know about. It seems to be probably it's been around the longest, is Garden Grocer.
Yes. Now tell me, did Garden Grocer save us on our last trip, or what was that? Let's review our last trip.
Well, we'll get to that in a second.
Oh, denied.
So Garden Grocer, right, is another one, similar service, Disney Dolphin, the others that we talked about for grocery deliveries. They ask for at least 2 days in advance delivery, right? So a little less time. Prices are slightly higher of the individual items. So you're going to be paying a little bit of an upcharge, and that's just kind of like it's ease of use and the convenience of having it all delivered. That's what instead of having to run out to the store themselves. In addition, there is a $15 delivery fee for all orders under $200, and over $200 completely waived.
Yeah.
As it is. So we have those services. Again, you could all go to their websites. I know I didn't say what they are because I didn't look them up. They will be on our description, so you'll know exactly. And I don't want to just take a guess and say it's DisneyDolphin.com. It could be wrong. You could go somewhere and it's just a dolphin that likes to spin a lot. Yeah, I don't know. But we'll have those up as we go along. So now it brings us to kind of like the bigger, the nationwide services, right?
Yeah. So what's up with that?
So we're talking about our Instacart. Does Instacart deliver groceries to Disney World Resorts? And they do.
Yep.
They do have that option. So we use it because our lives get somewhat busy up here at the DHE headquarters. We Instacart a lot. This when we don't have the time to our regular daily lives to go grocery shopping, even though I end up probably going to the grocery store 2 or 3 times during the week. Anyway, with that being said, I think he likes
the time away.
I mean, I just want to get that food and get home. I need that box of Cheez-Its. Cheddar Jack for the win. So you can't use Instacart, and it's the same sort of thing that if you've ever used Instacart before, it's the same.
Yes.
They find you a grocer or a shopper, and you do it all through an app, and it comes in. They also have Amazon Prime Now.
Yes.
Which I think is called Amazon Fresh. I think they've maybe changed that too. That's a grocery delivery service. You could still do regular Amazon. They deliver whatever you want, but you got to wait for the Prime. Amazon Fresh, you can pick a window if they have windows available. And that is also a service that you can use. That's all from Whole Food, right? Because that's, Amazon and Whole Food are partnered up.
That's right there.
So you have them, and in addition, you also have Walmart.
Yep.
And so Walmart, that was where we
Dun, dun, dun.
that's where we used first. That was our last one. That's
Or
why.
dun, dun, dun.
The dun, 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 exactly.
Yeah. We did order from Walmart because we were getting our big case of water and all sorts of things.
And the reason why we did Walmart was because vacation planners, we forgot to plan to book our in advance grocery order, like what we wanted.
Aren't we geniuses?
Yeah, so we got down there and I'm like, I never did that. Usually that's my thing. I take the blame for it. So then we had to search. We're like, what? I was looking up Garden Grocer and they said you needed 2 days. They can't, that wasn't going to work. So it was the Walmarts and Amazon. And the only thing that had like a date range or had something that would come that day was Walmart at the time. For some reason I forget. I don't know why we didn't go to Instacart at the time. I couldn't even tell you why, but we ended up doing Walmart. And what they said was that they would get the delivery to us by 10 p.m. that day. And like I kept waiting for the delivery to come. I think we recorded our podcast. I said, they just said that the delivery got delayed. Walmart, and then the delivery, it did say it would be here by, I think it said by 11, even though I think they said 10 o'clock was the latest delivery. So I ended up going out and waiting in our lobby.
Oh my gosh.
For the delivery to come.
Yep.
The delivery
late at night.
Yeah, it was
right?
like the delivery did not come. I was exhausted and I ended up like falling asleep like in the lobby for like 45 minutes. Like,
good old Animal Kingdom.
I'm just that guy. They're
sleeping
like,
Rob.
Yep. They're like, oh look, they let some of the animals inside at night. I guess am I just snoring away? Yeah, exactly. Abby has nothing to say.
I got nothing.
She's seen it every night since we've been married, and before then. Our first date. Let's not get into that right now.
You fell asleep. In any case.
So there is, like I said, those services, right? They've been around forever. They have an infrastructure. But there is that certain disconnect, right? Where it's like something doesn't show up and no one knows why. And it's because like the big, the overseeing eye of these companies, it doesn't all add up together and they can't tell you, I think I ended up calling and they look, my service didn't show up. They're like, oh, it's saying it's still on the way. I'm like, well, it's not here. And then like all of a sudden it was like, I got off the phone with someone and it sent me a message saying your order was delayed until tomorrow. Was it the worst deal in the world? Yes, it was the worst. Yeah. But the bad part was the gift shop just closed at 10 o'clock too, so I couldn't get like anything. So we were all just kind of, again, it's just more, it was more me being like, I need water, I need this. And the reason we're bringing like this up is you have to decide whether or not what your family is going to do.
Yes.
Right. It's important to make that decision, especially breakfasts are important because you're getting up late. You probably want to do rope drop because that's the best time to get on the rides and get there. So you might not have time every day to go sit even at a quick service diner, quick service option, which again itself is pricey, and the food itself, the food quality just isn't, it's okay. It's palatable. It'll fill you, but you don't have that time. So you have to decide, where you're going to try to do groceries stuff. Yes. And you also need to know what amenities are in your room. It's very important to know. A lot of the Disney rooms all have some sort of refrigerator unit, but it's not big.
Nope.
And it's like you can't stand up like a bottle, like a big bottle of water.
Right, exactly.
You know? So you're laying it down and then it's just a refrigerator. It's no freezer. So there's all those options. We're going to be staying at the boardwalk, and we actually have it's a
full size. Well, I mean, not full size, but it's a fuller size fridge.
It's a fuller size fridge. So and it has like a full like kitchen. Or I don't know if is it a kitchenette?
Yeah, kitchenette.
A kitchenette. So we are going to try to do some stuff. I know the kids are going to hate it because they're like, I always have Pop-Tarts. So I'm like, well, you know what? We're going to make those here too.
Yeah.
So kind of knowing what is available to you is going to also help you decide what you're going to be ordering, how much stuff, because you're going to be spending the amount more of your time in the parks, or you're going to be at the pool getting stuff. But, you know, it's always good to have a bag of pretzels around, and it's always the waters.
And again, you don't want hangry kids or hangry husbands. This is not the place that you want to have any sort of eating issues, just say. And plus, nobody wants to wait in the Joffrey's line when you're trying to get on the Frozen ride. Like, you got to go. You got to get there.
That definitely wasn't a specific example.
It was a specific example.
We love you, Nicole.
We do love you. And we'd never travel without you.
But so you have those decisions to make in advance, like going back to the I keep forgetting the name of it, the vacation grocery delivery.
Yep.
So like one thing they did say, and I just wanted to kind of ask her, was like they asked that you book yours three weeks in advance, right? 2 to 3 weeks in advance.
Like the bulk of your order, yes.
But what they're saying is that you can book it. It basically reserves like a window for you.
Yes.
And then you could adjust your order. So they don't expect you to know everything, be able to put that order in 2 to 3 weeks in advance. You could book it and change it.
Yes.
So it's just something for the little guy. And like Abby showed you, you'll probably get the better customer service by going with them.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. And, you know, keep in mind that you don't want to pay Disney's price for swim diapers or sunblock, or, you know, there's a lot of, the list goes on and on and on. You want to pay Publix prices, and you don't want to put it in your suitcase, right? Swim diapers take up a lot of space. Wipes take up a lot of space. You want to just make sure you get all this stuff there, and you can get the correct amount so that you're not feeling wasteful, and then you're done, right?
Don't want to feel wasteful.
On Ear for Each Other and other Disney sites, they also often share like, oh, hey, I've got half a pack of water. If you're near room C67 at Pop, like come on over and grab it. There's always resources of people sharing what they've got left over too, so that you don't feel like you're wasting. For sure.
You know, and look, the water doesn't count as the tip for the cleanup service of your room.
No, please don't. Please don't do that. But I do have to say, I watch I used to, I don't know what happened to her lately, but I used to watch this little TikTok channel of a woman who cleans vacation homes in Florida. Oh. And she would sing this like little jolly tune about, what did they leave for me today? And like she'd go in and like open the fridge and like, you know, get all sorts of like things that you don't like think about. But if you go to 5 houses that day to clean and get all these bottles of water and you get an unopened container of milk and like all sorts of stuff, you're like,
even if it is
or
opened.
like a bag of apples or something, you're kind of like,
but what if that dad licked all the apples?
Oh, that's true. Ew, gross.
Along next to the Cakesicles.
But I mean, these aren't great examples, but it made me happy,
absolutely.
like seeing her do these things, being like, what did they leave for me
because
today?
you know, I would, as much as I would love to, you can't like figure it out. You can't predict exactly what's going to be eaten and stuff, and there'll be an extra Pop-Tart somewhere, and you know, a special K box or something. We'll figure it all out. Big protein shakes, those are always good, right? You could have parents. You could have those on the go. They will keep you sustained until you could get some actual food.
Yes, protein shakes are a big deal. We definitely got those our last trip. Anyways, I'm sure you're tired of hearing us talk about all these.
No, let's go. I have another 6 more things to talk about. Let's talk about delivery.
Great. great.
No.
Hey, so the drone show came out this week.
Drone show, also known as
Disney's Dreams That Soar. It opened over at Disney Springs. Now, there were mixed reviews, and we can talk a little bit about that. It's a 9-minute drone show shown twice daily at 9 p.m. and 10:45 p.m. It includes 800 drones that take the night sky above Lake Buena Vista. So, very cool, very different. I think a couple of other Disney parks have done drone shows, so this is kind of our first whack at it, right? The reviews have been saying that you kind of need to make sure that you're looking at the show spot on. Otherwise, if you're looking at it from the side or even, other areas that's not like head on, you're not going to get the true awesome experience. So other than that, it looked pretty cool. I watched it and the music went really well with it. I liked it a lot. Seeing the exit strategy from the 9 p.m. show gave me heart palpitations. It's having a show at 9 p.m. and 10:45 p.m. That is close call. The parking lots were totally nuts. Well, people weren't getting in and out. The flow was bad.
You also got to think, right, this is it just started, right?
Yeah, so everybody's trying to see it.
Everyone wants to see it. All the Disney people want to go. And
so I guess we're hoping that it thins out. There were some reports that the 9 p.m. show had been canceled, but I cannot confirm that as of yet.
In one show?
Yeah, it's one show. I just can't confirm it.
That's just so late.
Yeah. So they say that where you're going to stand is the West Side Promenade between Cirque du Soleil and the Aerophile Balloon, and it's considered to be the best viewing location.
Yes, it's like I said, if you go to what's the bowling alley? I can't think of the Splitsville. If you're at Splitsville, that's the West Side. So that's the West Side Promenade, and you just kind of look towards the water. It goes right between the two buildings, and you.
Okay, so I have to confess, I listened to another Disney podcast, and they were like trying to describe this too, like where to go, and they were saying Splitsville had the same problem, and they're like, "Who goes bowling while they're at Disney?" And I was like, "Oh,
we
me
do
every single time." I felt so like insulted and attacked. I was like, "Splitsville is the best." Okay.
It's part of the Disney experience.
It's part of our Disney experience.
It's part of the Disney experience.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep.
I can't.
Anyways, we do love a good bowling, and we don't have good bowling up here.
Yeah, it's all right. Some places.
I don't know. In any case, Disney's Dreams That Soar. Do you think we're gonna go see this?
No.
Yeah. That's true. It's kind of funny because I feel like Disney Springs, as close as it is still hard to get to.
Is somewhat.
Like the buses aren't as seamless to Disney Springs as they are to the parks. Why is that?
Well, because that's what you're there for, the parks. There's less.
But if they're trying to make Disney Springs like a must, we're going, but during the day.
Yeah, it's during the day. I think it's too late. We're not gonna have the kids up for that.
Yeah. Agreed.
Maybe when they get a little older.
Yeah.
It's just late. Especially like because you're probably the next day getting up to go to a park. So it's like, do I want to keep them out there for this?
If you're staying, I'm wondering what resort has a good view of the drones, if any, over there.
Because isn't it the, I'll never remember the name of it. Was it Saratoga Springs?
Yeah,
out there.
I believe so.
Yeah.
But there's a couple other ones too that are like good neighbor hotels that are out there that probably have a good viewing. So that could be like a new fun little thing for them.
The drone show is there.
I like that. Well, what do you got? What else?
So we're just going to go to the other side of the world. We're going to go to Tokyo.
Yes.
Tokyo Disney Sea.
I'm here for it.
Fantasy Springs is about to open over at the Tokyo Disney Sea. Obviously, for those of us that can't make it there, they can't see this opening, right? They're going to do a live, there's going to be a live cast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, So the event, it's called The Fantasy Begins, will be at 8:30, and this is Japan time, 8:30 on June 5th.
Okay.
Which is 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for the rest of us.
All right.
7:30 a.m.
Okay.
I should say. So we're gonna have to get up early. We have to push the kids off the bus, push the kids onto the bus, and then be like, all right,
here we go.
yeah, time for us to watch this thing while we go late to work. But The Fantasy Begins. It's a one night only event. It will feature a performance with 1,000 drones. Cool. Set against the backdrop of Fantasy Springs. This is Tokyo Disney Resort's first foray into drone shows at a park after performing the 40th anniversary drone show at festivals. So that's going to be something. There's going to be Disney characters, cast members, everything else there. I mean, they always do it up in the over in Tokyo Disney Sea. They have some really awesome immersive places where we're being slipped a note under our door. The kids are like, it probably says, "Can we be on the podcast?" Nope.
I'm hungry. Can I have a snack?
We're like, the kids love it because
chocolate.
the kids love it because whenever they just say "I'm hungry," I always like, "Oh, I thought you were Heidi," and then they get annoyed.
I gotta thank you. She's using manners. I appreciate it.
That's very nice. We appreciate it. So that's over at Tokyo Disney Sea. Check the web for when that is happening. Over in Disneyland, there is there's a new droid, Bard droid, added to the Fire of the Rising Moons and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. It's Galaxy's Edge over in Disneyland. It has more stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean,
cooler.
They get all the good popcorn buckets. That's my big thing is like, what in the world, Disney World, are you doing? Why don't we get the good popcorn buckets?
I just want more. I'd like a show or like something going on over Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I need like a little fun, like pew pew fight, like a
pew pew
zing,
fight.
Zing, like,
Oh wow! What are they like giving insults or zinging each other? Zing,
no,
zing.
What does a lightsaber make?
I don't know. Let's try it. Oh, there we go. We were waiting.
Somebody's gonna help me out here.
We were waiting for that. So now, there wasn't too much else going on in the Disney World. One of the things was the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, also known as NOAA. NOAA, I guess maybe. They released its 2024 Atlantic hurricane season outlook.
Yeah,
they're predicting an above normal season.
I know. Let's get those ponchos ready, folks.
Ponchos, you better go get your groceries and hunker down in one of those resorts.
That's true. During hurricane season, they are really fantastic about getting cast members and characters and everyone on board so that you can have the best experience inside your resort if that's where you are stuck during a hurricane. It's great. Not so great for the cast members, I've heard. They oftentimes don't have anywhere to sleep, I've heard. Miss Nicolette told us a couple of fun stories. But we'll let her tell them in the future. But they really make you comfortable and make sure that you're not feeling
I want to be entertained.
Feeling the blues about being stuck in a resort.
I want Chip to entertain me. While Dale's going to pick up my food from the grocery store.
Nope,
that's not something that's happening.
You have vacation grocery deliveries that's already giving you your stuff.
So NOAA states there's an 85% chance of an above normal season, 10% chance of a near normal season, and a 5% chance of below normal season. So the expected ranges are above the 1991 through 2020 seasonal average of 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. Most of the predicted activity is likely to occur during the peak months of the hurricane season, which is August through October, But I guess hurricane season does run from June 1st, technically, through November 30th.
But I have to say, we usually see the worst right at the end of August into September, for sure.
That is something. I mean, we've booked vacations towards the middle of August, and it was fine. Besides, getting COVID, but hurricanes were not an issue. So that's something to just keep in mind as you're thinking about it. Like I said, there's arrangements.
Well, especially for cruise lines.
Definitely, you do not want to be.
No.
I don't want to be out there.
I keep asking our family about cruises, babe, and I keep getting the answer. Our family. I keep the answer of hell no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody wants to go on a cruise with us.
No one. Yes, we're landlubbers by.
I understand that we're landlubbers, but don't they ever want to experience something just a smidge different?
Nope. They're good.
Okay, got it. Noted.
So over at Universal, they, Halloween Horror Nights, full swing. They're ready to go. They now have 6 houses announced. None of them they're not like the huge IP announcements yet. Like they don't say there's like a Ghostbusters house, but it's kind of like their kind of like own made, their Halloween Horror Nights, or Universal has come up with these ideas. And so far right now we got the Slaughter Cinema 2. We got something called Goblin's Feast, Major Sweets Candy Factory, the Museum, Deadly Exhibits, and Monstruos, the Monsters of Latin America.
Weird.
Oh, do you think you seemed excited?
I was kind of like, oh, that sounds not very cool.
The newest announced one is something called the Triplets of Terror, and they have a painted drawing of the triplets, and they look terrifying. But we'll see. So those are the 6. They're coming out with them every day. There's more. Pay attention. Listen up. Now, again, part of their summer extravaganza at Universal, part of it is the Universal Mega Movie Parade, right? And that's going to have it was 13 new floats and almost 100 performers. It will be Universal Orlando's biggest daytime parade ever. All right?
Cool.
So it's going to feature classics like E.T., Back to the Future, Jaws, Ghostbusters, as well as Minion Land and DreamWorks Land IPs.
Yes.
There's the Trolls, the Minions, and then there's a Jurassic World float that's going to be the finale. It's supposed to be pretty cool because it has like it's going to include a gyrosphere, raptors, and a T-Rex on that float.
Okay.
So now through the summer tribute store, you can buy wands for Trolls, Minions, or Jurassic World. And these wands or they're bubble wands, I should say.
Oh, I was going to say, like, what?
Like Harry Potter? Yeah, a little weird.
I was very confused.
They're bubble wands, but when these 3 sets of wands will be able to interact in some way with each other. And then also with the parade itself, that you'll be able to interact with those floats.
Oh.
There's no details
They're
yet.
up in their game.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to do a little something.
Okay.
Like, we're going to sell this $60 bubble wand, and, you could go check out our parade.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
More info to come on that as it's available to us.
Oh, okay.
Another note.
Wonderful.
We're getting all types of notes. So the summer tribute store actually did officially open on the 24th, so it was just past Friday. It opened. It as merchandise and theming inspired by Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, Jaws, Shrek, and E.T. There's 3 parts to this store. There's the nostalgic mega video rental. There's the retro mega castle arcade and the majestic tribute theater. There's a ton of Easter eggs that I saw all over and throughout this store. There was like, they had like a bulletin board at the beginning of the store, and they have like a thing where it's like you could come see a baseball team at the Twin Pines Mall, which is from, it just, really all these cool Easter eggs and stuff.
I love that. I mean, it's sounding really good, right? Somewhere I want to be.
Yeah, I want to check it out. We don't have any plans to go to Universal.
I know, not this year, but I wish, I don't know. We'll see. They've got so much coming that we're like just waiting to see.
And in fact, one of the things they were talking about is over in City Walk, Universal City Walk. They actually have an Epic Universe Preview Center, which they just added a screen to the outside of it where it's just going to show like the previews of it and stuff. So they're kind of trying to pump it up as much as they can.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was really all I had on news for the week.
I mean, that's a lot for we're already behind and we're trying to get ahead. So I think we did okay, right?
Yes.
But in any case, listen, our kids are starving, so I really
let's
wish
get going.
that
We can only handle
the
so many
vacation
notes.
grocery delivery delivered here, right? but in any case, I hope you guys have a most epically amazing week, and we will see you next week.
This has been a Family Travel Planner production.